everyone. This tutorial is going to talk about how to manage files and folders in the Course File Manager. One of the things that you'll be able to do is two ways to manage your files. You can actually pull your files through the content areas and then organize them later in the File Manager, or you can start right away going to the File Manager located in the Control Panel to manage your files and folders. Now I'm in a blank shell, one that you have, and it will look the same to what you're doing. There's not much content in it, so notice that under Course Management, under Files, you can collapse and expand this area. I have expanded it, and I'm going to click on the name of the course. Now, you'll notice here that there are some folders that are already available, and that's because I copied over content, particularly this Start Here First learning module that you will be editing in one of the weeks for this class. So it already came over with some folders. Now what I would like you to do is to be able to create some folders for your other documents and materials that you'll be creating during this time. So I want you just to notice that you have some buttons up here. You also have set up with web folder. That's if you were to use HTML structured files, and then you can just connect them. In other words, you can create your HTML file web pages offline, and then you can actually connect them. So we're not going to be dealing with that unless you ask me specifically. I'm going to definitely show you how to create folders and then upload the files. Now if we come over here, you're going to see Create Folder. And what I usually like to do is to encourage you to make categories of folders. For example, you could even make your syllabus folder. That way all your syllabi over the course of the semesters that you teach this class or use this shell would be available. So I've created a folder name, syllabus, and I'm going to click on Submit. Notice the folder appears. Now I would have said make an image folder, but you already have one in this developmental shell. So I'm just going to click on it and show you that all of these images that are associated with the Start Here First learning module, that's what's in the folder. So it already brought over that folder for you. Okay, so I want to get back where I was before, and there's several ways to do this. Right up here is what we call breadcrumbs. So notice it drills down and shows you what folder you're in, so you can actually move to the File Manager structure view again by doing that. They recommend that we don't use the back button. Okay, so just to let you know, try to use what's called the breadcrumbs. Okay, so we're here again. We've made our syllabus folder. Now in order to bring in a document into that folder, you need to click so you can be inside the folder. Now this is run by the Java runtime environment, so if you're not seeing some of these icons, it could be that you don't have an up-to-date Java, or that your Java is not actually installed on your computer. Now you can click on upload, upload files, or upload a zip package. It just depends on how your documents are all grouped together. And basically what we mean by that is if you click on upload, upload zip file, it means that you might have a zipped folder package on your desktop filled with more than one document that you don't want to upload one at a time, that you could actually unzip inside your file manager. I am going to, for purposes of this demonstration, click on Upload Files. So once I click on Upload Files, I want you to notice that I do have this Java runtime permission. Java needs your permission to run. A lot of times what that will mean, and I'm going to show you up here, is that your browser is blocking multimedia content, or in this case a helper program. So in order to permit it to be downloaded or to execute, I'm going to come over here to the browser, and you'll see that There might be plugins were blocked. It could be on the right side, and Firefox might have that same type of icon on your left side. So I'm just going to click on that, and I'm going to make sure I select the radio button. Always allow plugins, and then done, and then my Java should start. You may see this dialog box pop up. It's certainly a good idea to click on Run, or it will not complete its activation. Okay, so now we have a new little screen with some information on it that we can drag and drop files and folders here, or we can actually click on the Browse button. And I want you to notice at the very top right you have single file or multiple files. Perhaps you have some other, oh, here's another security warning. I'm going to click Allow. You may have some multiple files that will go into that syllabus folder. Perhaps your syllabus is one document and your list of assignments is another. Now, I do know that sometimes you're not going to worry about your syllabus being in a folder because you're going to have multiple different syllabi over the course of the semester. But again, you might want to put other types of materials that would go along with your syllabus in this folder. So now I'm going to click on Browse. Dialog box will open. I can actually go to navigate around and find where I have stored, oops, not sure why that popped up, but here I am. I'm going to be looking for my documents, and so what I can do is, this isn't my syllabus, but I'm just using this as an example. Checklist for weekly learning module assignments. So it might be a document that I want to put in my syllabus folder. All right, so it's listed here. If I find out it was the wrong one accidentally that I had attached or open, I can remove it and then go back to the Browse button. I know this is the correct file, so I want to click on Submit. And it may take a minute, maybe less, and there we are. There's my document uploaded. I can click away that green bar, and I can go back to where my folder structure is. There's my folder called Syllabus, and there is the document inside. Okay, so you can actually move. I'll just show you that very quickly. Say I accidentally put it in the wrong folder, I can select it and then select the Move button, and I can actually move it to another folder here. Say I wanted to put it in this imported content or my image folder. So you can actually move these around. Make sure that you have selected the correct folder that you want to move it to, and then you click on Submit. One other item I'd like to talk to you about is the fact that you may find yourself wanting to edit some of the documents and materials that you have actually uploaded to the file manager area. And it looks like when you click on the drop down chevron that you can open it and edit in here. At this time, Blackboard doesn't permit us to do that. We have to actually edit anything that we have uploaded to the file manager offline, so to speak. So you'd have to go back to your original document outside of Blackboard and make the changes and then re-upload it here. Now the good news is, as long as you don't change the name and the format of the document, for example RTF to PDF, this will overwrite. It will ask your permission to overwrite the document, and then there's not going to be a break in the connection in your content area. Because remember, we actually went into the Start Here first, and we actually, after we had uploaded it here, we actually attached it or connected it here in the content area called Start Here First. So the good news is, once it's overwritten, the connection will not break, and you will not need to worry to go back and do that. Now, one of the things that you might want to consider is that this is just a basic tutorial on the file manager. Give yourself some time to practice this because good file management is really important for even if we're working in word processing documents at home on our desktop and knowing where the files are. So I just want you to know that this is an important aspect to the class, because if you don't start to manage your documents and files and images in the file manager, when you go back there at one point need to see it or need to delete it, it's going to be just what I call a long laundry list. So this way it's going to be organized and you'll be able to locate the files for use, whether they're in the content area or you need to download them or move them or whatever it's going to be for that particular task that you need. All right, well, thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing how you're doing with your file managing techniques.